They forgot Mike.
They leave me all the time.
It's almost like they're trying to get rid of you.
Good luck. Bye.
He said, "Where's our Mike?" Bye, Mike. I love you.
Run! Run away!
Don't hit that Wagoneer!
Today we're going behind the scenes of a live concert. So we're here at the theater now. We have the Collingsworth family. They're like a Southern gospel group. We're going to be helping them unload their gear, get it all set up. And we're also going to be setting up a table for our youth camp we're doing in July. So more about that later. We're about to start unloading the gear. This is going to be crazy. But first, huge shout out to the guys who showed up. We had Josiah, Braxton, Devin, Logan back there in the back with both of his eyes, and we had Dr. J-Dog himself. Now, the artists had just arrived with their crew, and they were talking with the guy from the theater. We didn't really know what was going on, so we just kept quiet and kind of stayed to ourselves.
Okay, you're all 100% ground supporter, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. I will see if we can fly out some stuff. This is Shane, he's RLD.
That's right. Joe. I'll be working with you on the house, so. I'm sorry, so.
Now, I think just looking at this, my question for you is going to be, where we're putting divots.
Back on the truck.
Back on the truck?
That's the only options we've got.
Okay.
We quickly realized that we knew nothing, and I think their team started picking up on this because that's when they started coming over and shaking our hands, probably trying to make us feel better about that. It's happening. So I clearly didn't film too much whenever we first got there because I was kind of nervous meeting these new people. But the first step was to get all of these boxes from the trailers into the theater. And I thought that this was going to be kind of easy because they were on wheels, which is true. But I honestly don't know how those 3 trailers held all of this gear. I mean, I have much more sped up footage of us taking these boxes in, but I think you guys get the point. This is crazy.
No. Literally just completely
Now, I honestly don't really know what I was thinking. I guess maybe sometimes I just assume that most people aren't as organized as I would like them to be, but these guys had it down to a science. Everything that came off the trailer came off in a specific order. We began by setting up their backdrop and worked our way to the front of the stage. Now, luckily for you guys, this is when I decided to hand the camera off to Danielle. So, Danielle, take it away.
Oh, very
guys.
cool.
It's just a screen off.
It's black.
If you
Oh,
tap
okay.
the back, it'll come back on.
All right. You're gonna get very different view because I'm short.
I guess something about handing the camera off to Danielle made me remember that I was a YouTuber and I probably should talk to the camera. Luckily, I started feeling comfortable enough with the crew people to start kind of making jokes with them. Everybody, this is Shane. He's really cool. I think he's the tech man, if I'm not mistaken. So y'all subscribe to his channel if he has one. If not, then just know that he's
I don't have one.
Shane, if you're watching this by any chance, you are awesome. You put on a great show. I mean, I couldn't have done it better myself. Honestly, everybody needs a Shane in their life, and I can prove that right now.
All right. Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, there we go.
See, that's why I introduced y'all to Shane, because he knows what he's doing. I mean, I've never met anybody else who could just flip a switch and that many lights like turn on and do whatever those things just did. So shout out to Shane, you're awesome. So next we put up this giant curtain thing. Me and J-Dog was really working hard to get that thing up in the air.
Better. Right back. Keep going. Turn. You're on the right. You're on the right track. Keep going. That curtain, kick it out. Get it out of your way.
So the next person I want to introduce you to is Philip. He's the guy that's barking all the orders. He knows what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. Now, I know he's definitely probably not watching this video, but if you are Philip, I don't know many artists, but I also wouldn't imagine that any other artist would literally set up his own show, perform the show, and then break down the show and pack it all back up at the end of the night. Major respect. Everyone who's watching, go down in the comments and show some love for Mr. Philip.
Turn it a little bit towards me. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Whole thing. This way. I'll get to you guys. Oh, too much. Too much. Too much. Go back. There you go. There you go. And then just turn it to the right. Spin it to the right. There you go. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. There you go. I like that. Right there. All right, gentlemen, let's get these 3 sticks of truck here laid out. One down, 3 sticks of truck.
So if you know anything about the Collingsworth, you probably know that the piano is the most important part. And they trusted us to mess with it. But luckily, Will was there to make sure that nothing went wrong.
It shouldn't go that way, but it might try. Make sure the safety.
I think now it's getting better.
Alright,
Ready?
So the reason your voice was catching is you were getting ahead and you were holding more weight.
Oh.
So it was like, it automatically went from being even to, oh, got all that fucking weight.
Okay.
Beautiful, gentlemen, that's good.
Logan, I suffered minor injuries.
We'll get a field medic over here right away.
So clearly Logan was not concerned with my injuries at all, but luckily this piano was the final step before we got to break for lunch.
Gentlemen, I believe that's all we need for the afternoon here. Thank you.
Spencer! As soon as you're done there.
So overall, the load-in took about 2.5 hours to complete, and there's still one more person I want to introduce you guys to, but he comes into play later in the video.
All right, guys, so we got them loaded in. We went and got some lunch. Now we get a little bit of a break before we have to go back and get everything set up for the concert. We gotta get the youth camp table set up. We'll get you guys a shot of that. We'll enjoy the concert, and then once it's over, we'll be putting it all back in those trailers. So y'all wish us luck.
When we arrived back at the theater, the piano guy was there tuning the piano. This gave us some time to set up the youth camp table. Now, I'm definitely not very good at that kind of stuff, but I think the table turned out pretty good for only 1 week of planning. Once the piano was tuned, I got to watch Shane do some of his magic on the lighting. Once all of their checks were finished, it was showtime.
We're here at the concert. The doors are open. We are here at the Mount Sinai Youth Camp table. We got it set up pretty nice here. How's the youth camp table going, guys?
It's definitely going.
It's going.
All right, y'all keep it up the good work, okay?
We're trying to.
Awesome. Devin is being an usher tonight, guys. He is helping people down this aisle and getting to their seats. He's doing great.
And as the theater began to fill up, there was only one thing left to do, and that was to enjoy the show. Just kidding. If you want to watch their show, you have to go buy your own tickets. But I will say I was absolutely blown away by the sheer talent of this family.
The Collingsworth family are awesome. It was a great concert.
With your ticket purchased, you help fund a kid to go to youth camp for free this summer. So thank you very much. And now with the concert over, it's time to start loading all that gear back on those trailers. And honestly, I was surprised. It only took us 2 hours to put it all back on the trailers versus 2.5 to get it off. Everyone worked great together, and I cannot say thank you enough to all the guys who came out to help. You guys are awesome, but there's still one guy I have to introduce you to, and his name is Mike. Now, Mike has one of those personalities that as soon as you meet him, you like him. And whenever I was watching this footage back, I was lucky enough to find that he left us a message.
Woo! All right. I know there's a Kurt's YouTube channel, but I'm just gonna crash the party real quick. Hey, Kurt and his guys, fantastic. A quality, perfect. I mean, you can't ask for better, guys. Good job, guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. Peace.
So guys, that's a wrap. We have cleared the stage. We're out of here.
I think the biggest thing I learned from this whole experience is that putting on a live concert takes a lot of work. And it doesn't really matter where you go. There's great people everywhere. So to all my friends that helped out and to all the new friends I made today, thank you so much for making this event possible. And we will see you guys on the next video.